Have you ever been to the point where you just want to throw your laptop out the window, like lickety-split, because you can't find the right software that you need, or the one you find is for the wrong operating system, or you have to pay a gazillion dollars to have it just for a one-time use? Yeah, the list kind of goes on and on. Hello everyone, this is Jenny Yetto from the Pixie Post, and I'm back with another video for the In the Life of a Content Creator. And I had this whole video all ready to roll. I was getting some extra coffee, got my Starbucks today, and was really in the zone, ready to record. Well, there was a part of the video that I wanted to do which would allow me to screen share something that I will be doing. And I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise if I do it. But apparently that's been a long, arduous task because while I'm technically savvy in the long run, I really have issues trying to find exactly what I want sometimes. So I actually found a free screen share thing in a program that I already have in my computer, but is so complicated to me. You might as well have been speaking Vulcan because I have no idea how to do it. So I've been bugging my bestie a little bit, but he's doing his own stuff, so I don't want to keep bothering everybody. And I noticed, I have that kind of luck that when one little thing kind of irritates me, my whole life kind of goes weird, even if it's just for a straight hour or whatever. And I'm laughing because it's actually pretty hilarious. In my Hive community, and if you're on Hive and watching this, bear with me for a second. We have these dApps, which are like applications in the mainstream talk. And we have a lot of these cool games that pay you while you play them. It pays you Hive. This game is called Splinterlands, and it's a really, really cool card game. It's kind of reminiscent of the Dungeons and Dragons type of game. I never really got into that, but I had a lot of friends who played that. But it's a cool game. It's been around for a couple years, and I never really got into it until my bestie showed it to me. So I just played it casually, but to be honest, I really don't understand a lot of it. I just like to click on the pretty cards and kick ass when I can. And I really wasn't doing that well with it, but it was still fun. You have a daily chest to work for, and I was satisfied with that. I wasn't really too worried about making it big time. But you can really move up in the ranks. Well, they changed the rules this season, which started September 1st, I believe. And now it's even harder. So I can't get past the first bronze stage, which is right after loser status. And so I'm now loser glorified. So, yeah, that's been pretty frustrating. I'm not the only one, of course. A lot of people who are really high up in the ranks are slipping down because they changed the rules, and it's much harder now. And it's still a cool game. It's still a worthwhile game to play, but you have to do a lot of different things you didn't have to do before. But anyway, I digress. So, that's been kicking my ass. So I was doing that. I was like, okay, fine. And I got a lot done this morning. I feel really accomplished. I did some content, got a lot of my clerical stuff done, even took a nap, took a shower, even though my hair looks like hell. But ever since I came back from the shower and started working on things got weird. I started getting sleepy again, so hence the coffee. And I just was I was trying to get in the zone for videos because I'll be very, very transparent right now. I'm pretty much in kind of a stagnant energy right now. So I'm trying to think of different topics to try because you know me, I like to experiment a little bit. And I don't want to confuse my audience, but I want to keep it fresh and real. And I think sometimes when I'm doing that, I put too much pressure on myself. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm just trying to, if it flows, it flows. It doesn't, no, well, I'm a human being like everybody else. I'm just going to keep it real. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do this awesome video. Well, I noticed I was going to get on cam, and my hair looks like it just got burnt in a toaster oven, and my shirt is all wrinkled because it looks like I haven't washed this, and I did. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's really nice and professional. And then I got like breakouts, and I'm like, what is going on? And I did not notice this right away. And whatever, people don't like everything. They could just click this channel off. But it was just little weird things. And then I'm going to have a phone call in less than an hour, so I feel like I'm trying to beat the clock, because by the time the call will be done, then it's going to be late, and you know how the ball does. So I'm not on here to whine or anything, but I do want to let you guys know that it is okay to have a day like that. Procrastination. It's a big hairy beast that we all have to deal with. And it's a mother sometimes, because as well as our intentions are, even if we put into practice all these different things, it is very, very probable that we will encounter that, at least from time to time. And to be honest, it's human. It's human nature. I'm not excusing it, but let's call it what it is. We've all done it. And sometimes it's because we're overwhelmed. We may be depressed. It may be just too much for our brains to handle all at once. So what I was going to discuss is how to counter some of those triggers. The first thing is you have to know what your triggers are. And usually this is not really that hard to figure out. We all have different triggers where it leads us to the road of procrastination. And in order to conquer that, at least 90% of the time, we need to be aware and mindful of what those are. For me, it is when I'm overwhelmed and I know I gotta get stuff done. I might have too many things on my to-do list, and I would do the things I might get joy out of or I can handle no problem, and I'll get those done real quick. I'm really good about getting on top of certain things and getting it out of the way. But the things I do not enjoy, which we all have, this is nothing new, I put off. And I will do anything just to put it off. I will dink around on, not so much now, but I used to dink around on Facebook, although I might be leaving that entirely pretty soon. So we'll get to that in another video. I will text people. I'll play with Timmy. I'll make coffee. Not that that's a bad thing, because sometimes they can help you keep working. I'll binge watch something, I'll just do whatever. And I don't even realize it's happening. I think, I'll watch this one TV show as a reward, and then I'll get back to my work. Well, 5 episodes later, and then I'm like, what the hell happened? I'm out of time. So I don't do that as much as I used to. What I do is I give myself a reward at the end of the day. Like I said earlier, 90% of the time, you can put different things into practice to help you conquer those procrastination abilities. However, nothing is 100%. And sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves and saying, it has to be 100%. And if I procrastinate once, I'm going to beat myself up emotionally about it and just really be hard on myself. That actually makes the problem worse. And more likely, you'll be prone to procrastinate even more later on. It is okay. I'm much better than I used to be, but I still do it sometimes. And the question I ask myself when I am triggered like that, I would be like, well, is there going to be any harm done if I do not do this today? Is this the only time I can work on it? Or can I break it down and do a little bit today and maybe do a little bit tomorrow? this answer is going to be different for everyone. There are some people like myself who will say, yes, this has to be done today, and that'll prompt them to do it. While in actuality, it may not have to be done. But if you don't do it then and there while you're thinking about it, it'll never get done. So it's kind of like a discipline at the same time, but also giving yourself grace so you're not so hard on yourself, because, look, we all have things in our lives that come up. Some things we can't predict, and sometimes we have to reschedule certain things, or we have to reprioritize our tasks. What I've been really working on, I've been using a couple of different couple list techniques. And I learned one actually today, which I've been doing. So I'm going to get back to you guys about how it works. But as usual, I don't write like elaborate lists, but I write like what I need to get done. Now, I didn't do a huge list today because I didn't have a whole lot to do, but I'll do all this. So I just do a couple things, but I make them reasonable and short. Again, going back to my number 2 reason, because I don't overwhelm myself. I don't go, oh my God, I didn't get like 20 million things done today, I'm a failure. No, you're not a failure. Just do 3 to 4 things a day. If you feel you can do an extra one like I did on that one list, go for it. Because some tasks are really quick, you get them done out of the way, and you have the time and energy to put something else on the list. So I'm actually working on that, and it's really been keeping me on track. And granted, I've only been doing it for about a straight week as far as the way I'm doing it, but so far so good. So these are little things I do. It's not a huge revelation. A lot of us probably do similar things, but it's basically just to let you know, no matter how your day goes, like mine is going right now, don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can, and so am I. As long as you got a few things done, you feel accomplished, you're on the right track. And again, that can look different for everybody. Let me know what works for you if you want to put a comment below. Maybe we can start a discussion as to what works specifically for you. Because other people who watch this video or see those comments might see something that they might want to try, and you might end up helping someone else. Well, that's it for today. I am going to make it short and sweet, and I hope this helped you in some way. Again, always give yourself grace. Keep pushing, but always remember the balance as well. So, until the next time, hang in there, beat that procrastination beast, and to know thyself is to know thy truth. Namaste. Can I help you with something? You want a cafe latte? Ugh. It's been one of those days. I can't stop laughing. I can't believe I was going to call it that. Oh my God. I'm such an idiot. Well, there's this one called South Slayer Man. Oh my God. You know what? I think I'm going to have coffee, and then I'm going to have wine, like this unicorn over here, because I'm done. I'm done for the day. And I look like hell. Oh, beat me up, Scotty. Oh my God. That was my freaking neighbor upstairs. I thought it was like right behind me. Oh, that freaked me out with my shirt's off. I'll keep a straight face this time, I promise. I'll be all professional and serious.